It's the hottest podcast in the world. From WWE to TNA by way of the NWA. It's referee Brian Hebner, legendary WWE referee and Mr. Refin Rant himself, Jimmy Corderas, and OVW and TNA senior official Daniel Spencer. It's time for Refin' It Up. Listen to Refin' It Up. Go down.
Hey, we're back here. Welcome to Refin' It Up. No RJ this week, so I guess I'm your host, Daniel Spencer, along with my colleagues for this podcast, the legendary referees himself, Jimmy Cordeas, Brian Hebner. Guys, how the hell are you doing?
I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited to talk to you guys today. Lots going on, lots happening. The road to WrestleMania. The pedal has been put to the metal.
Yes, it has. Big time. Big time. We have a lot to talk about. Jimmy, you sound really nice and clear this evening. Do you got your sweet tea or your warm tea with you tonight?
No, I had some halls.
Some halls?
Some halls.
Okay. Halls.
Yeah, they're throat lozenges. They help you out.
Okay.
Help clear the throat, get that out. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have my headset, so if I cough or burp, I guess we're live, right?
We're live, pal.
We're live. Daniel, where's your energy drink or your protein shake?
Right here.
That's coffee. That ain't no good for you.
Got that? Yeah, it is. It's got protein in it. It's like a thing.
Oh, it is. It's a protein coffee.
Protein coffee, and then got my water right here. So
I'm drinking my water.
Yeah.
Staying hydrated. So
I'm glad you're drinking light water today.
Yes,
light
it's like
water.
Canadian Dry. I have not seen that in forever.
I mean, they do. Now, question: Is it? I always thought it was Canadian. I always thought here was Canada Dry, but there was Canada Wet. So
no, it's because of the tariffs, we've got the smaller cans. You see?
Oh yeah, okay, there you go.
Well, there we go. Yeah.
Do they make
the exchange rate?
Do they actually make it in Canada, or is it made here in the States?
I think it's made by the same people who make Coca-Cola.
Oh.
Let me just see.
So why do they call it Canadian Dry?
Canada Dry.
Is it? Oh, it's Canada. Oh God. Okay.
Canada Dry.
All right.
Get it right, bro.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, you know what? Enough of that. Enough going on. We got a lot to talk about in such a short amount of time. So why don't we take it up to our first count?
This is your one count.
All right, gentlemen. So, there's one of the things that I think we need to discuss here is what happened on SmackDown. And I actually didn't watch SmackDown. I was currently busy doing another show, but get your take on this, guys. But we have a new United States champion, and that is Sami Zayn is your new United States champion. So your thoughts and opinion on Sami being the champion.
Jimmy, I'll give you the floor.
Okay. You know what? As much as I love Mello and I love him as U.S. champion, storyline wise, this makes a lot of sense. Sami's been on fire lately, looking for a spot on WrestleMania. Well, guess what? He got it. He's got a spot with Trick Williams. Trick Williams is like, my goodness, this guy's a star. This guy is unbelievable. I hope this doesn't leave Mello out of the picture at WrestleMania. I hope he gets his opportunity. I kind of have a feeling they'll have a spot for him. If it's a three-way, I'm kind of like, but to get him in there, look at either way. If it's just Sami and Trick, or if it's a three-way adding Mello to the mix, hey, that's a T-shirt. Add Mello to the mix.
I was still thinking it's okay if it's in a 3-way, but that's just
it'll be a hell of a match. These
Yeah.
guys will knock it out of the park. Trust me.
It's got to be a 3-way, right? You can't just throw Carmelo out there. I mean, we're what, 3 weeks away from WrestleMania?
Less, isn't it? Less?
No, 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
This Saturday, I think, is 3 weeks.
No, wait a minute.
Oh, this Saturday is 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So we're in between the 2 and 3 weeks.
Okay, so we're less than 3 weeks, a little less than 3 weeks, and Carmelo, because where can you add them if you don't put it a 3-way? Think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It makes sense to have them there. They could easily make that switch. Not
Yep.
switch, but they can make that happen easily and make it make sense.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, man. So another thing, speaking of TNA earlier, is the ratings came out this past Thursday night, and guys, I mean, I know I'm biased, but TNA ratings are staying consistent right now.
They are, and I'll tell you, I was super duper impressed because I will say this: they were up against Major League Baseball opening day, March Madness Sweet 16 round, and still held an audience and had their second highest rating of their AMC, I guess, adventure, with 259,000 viewers and a 0.05, I think, or 4, one or the other. But still consistently really, really good. I'm happy for you guys, man. I really am. And then I'm going to dig into something else after Jimmy comments on that, because there's something very interesting I saw that happens this Thursday. I don't even know if Jimmy's aware of it. I'm going to throw this at him too. But Jimmy, what do you think about the ratings?
No, I'm glad. They're staying consistent, and that's the main thing. You want at least consistency. Obviously, it'd be nice to grow the audience incrementally, but it's going to take time, and people will come on board. The fact that it's staying the same is a good sign, because usually what happens after a debut is you get that initial interest, the honeymoon period, and everybody wants to tune in and find out what's going on. And then sometimes you get a pullback. You don't get the same numbers because people are saying, okay, I got my fill. That's okay. I know what they're about. People are continuously tuning in, which means they are invested. Now the goal is to get more people invested. I know they don't have the platform that AEW has or WWE has, but that's okay. That's okay. The platform they have, they're doing very well.
We're still on AMC, and I say we because I'm obviously there. AMC is still one of the top 30 channels on cable network, or if you want to go 35, okay, well, we're still on the top. So the fact that being seen by more people, just as many as USA Network for SmackDown, and it's gonna be hard to compete with the Super Station, but hey, we're doing the fact that we're staying consistent and the ratings are doing well, and it's I'm excited. I'm excited to see as we build this growth. What's going to happen when our real competition comes, and that's Thursday Night Football. But I think we'll be okay.
So I did a lot of dive digging today. I'm not going to get into all that, but
what did he just do to himself?
I don't know.
I was talking. That's all. Can you hear me?
Say, go back in. You like.
I don't know what happened. Sorry.
Wow.
Well,
but I was doing a lot of research, and I found out that the average top movies is $300K, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their specials are the number one show, Dark Winds or something like that, does like $635, okay, which is double what Impact does, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But AMC wants them to be on their average big movie night, which is 300, and they're not far from that. And they were very impressed how quickly they got there, and the rise in every week. Their average is 253, which is really good. But what I wanted to touch on was this is a big week because, Jimmy, hear me out.
Okay.
You may know, but this week we're going to find out how loyal these TNA Impact fans are, because they will be running head-to-head with TNA Collision this week.
AEW Collision. AEW.
What'd I say?
You called it TNA Collision.
Oh, well, it is a collision.
Well, it's Collision with TNA.
Yes. Now, here's the
wait,
deal.
when you have a collision, you make an impact. So
That's true.
Here's the challenging part, because Collision begins at 8:00.
Yes.
TNA Impact begins at 9.
Yes.
The question is, will they get some people crossing over? Will some people change the channel to check out what's going on AMC from TNT? That is the question. Now, the second hour of the show, well, here's the other thing too. They're probably going to have, I don't know how much of an overrun, because they don't know how to time out a show yet. No, I mean, like, if you have an overrun every week, then it means absolutely jack shit. Anyways,
You're right.
So it doesn't make it special. And okay, don't get me on another tangent about having standby matches in the middle of your card. That makes absolutely zero sense whatsoever. Anyway, that's going to be the thing. The thing is, there's going to be that 1 hour where they're going exactly head to head, and see what happens in the second hour. Because when you do the breakdown afterwards, will there be a spike in viewership for TNA in their second hour?
right.
So they're really head to head 9 to 10.
Yes,
Correct.
All right. So I did not do my research on this. What big comes on this Thursday? There's no NCAA basketball, correct? Because that happens this weekend. All right. No football. So this is going to be a wide open racehorse here. It's going to be interesting. But I think this is a huge week for TNA, because this is really going to show you if they can hold their audience. This is going to show you the loyalty that they have to their audience. And maybe, never know, one could swap from the other, steal from the other. We'll see. We'll see.
It's always a challenge too when the one brand is on a different night from what their fans are normally accustomed to.
That's true.
Switching from a Saturday night to a Thursday night, it's a little bit of a change for them. I mean, like, if people want to see it, they're going to find it. That's not the point. It's just, it's everybody's program. Mondays I'm watching Raw. Tuesdays I'm watching NXT. Wednesdays I'm watching Dynamite. Thursdays it's Impact. Fridays SmackDown. Saturday Collision, and then PLE's whatever. And that's kind of like how everybody's programmed. Now it's like, oh, I got to watch Collision on Thursday now. But
right. But it's going to replay on Saturday. So why are they doing Thursday? Are they doing it to fuck with TNA?
Yeah.
Okay. So now they're trying to play around a little bit. Now they're going to bitch about the things that WWE does to them, and they're going to do the same thing. Okay.
Well, here's the thing, because they're concerned.
Why?
They wouldn't do it if they weren't concerned, right? Anyway.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying,
no, but you know, it's
don't
gonna
call
happen.
the kettle black.
You're gonna have all the IWC guys with their bag. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh my God, the counter programming. Ma, why did you get me the small bag of chips? No, see, I'm already drinking the small pop. Oh my God, you guys are just. Oh, man. I hate Hunter.
Speaking of
Jimmy, you just wanted to eat.
That was an excuse for me to get my barbecue chips.
So speaking of AEW, one of the other brands that they have is the ROH, and it was announced that Maple Leaf Pro out of Canada and ROH is going to come together to present a Global Wars Canada, kind of coming together on that. Guys, your thoughts on that? Is this going to? Do you think this is going to benefit the promotions by chance by doing this partnership?
Well, that's the hope. I mean, the interesting thing is going to be the time slot. My understanding is that they're going to have a time slot on TSN up here in Canada. I believe it's going to be TSN2. I'm not 100% sure. So don't quote me on that. If I get it wrong, I got it wrong. I don't care. I can admit when I'm but apparently it's going to be a midnight time slot, midnight to 1 a.m. Not sure which night. It would make sense if they were going to put it at midnight. They would have it on the same channel on Wednesday night that Dynamite airs here in Canada.
So only 1 hour?
It's only a 1 hour show.
Okay.
So, you got to give credit to Scott D'Amore for what he's done with Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. He's taking it from the ground up, and he's already got a TV deal. I'm sure a lot of help from Tony Khan with that. But hey, you take help from whoever will give it to you.
Yeah, I mean, So you have to help me out, Jimmy, or you, Daniel. I'll be honest with you. I know what it is. I know what Ring of Honor is too. Is Maple Leaf just? Don't they just use other talent from other companies for the most part? Or do they have their own grown talent?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they do. Their own grown talent, as in like people that none like Giselle Shaw, their women's champion, is not anywhere else. Shelton Jean he was formerly with Impact TNA. He's a homegrown talent because he came from BCW. I know some guys like that, but I don't know of Brian's blinking again.
I'm back.
I don't know anybody else really. I mean, I think most of it is kind of other people. I think those are the only homegrown that I can think of.
Stu Grayson,
Bhupinder as well, who used to be with Impact as well. He was a BCW student, so they have some homegrown talent for the most part. But
I mean, I don't think what my point is, I don't think it'll hurt guys, but I don't see where it's going to be a big deal. It does give ROH some other plays to play. I mean, you know what I mean?
right.
It gives Maple Leaf some credibility too. So I mean, it's not going to hurt it. I just don't think that everybody's going to be like, wow, let's sign them to a US deal. You know what I mean? But partnership can work and it can also not work. I mean, Daniel, you weren't there when we partnered with. Well, were you there with AEW?
yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah, that worked well, right? I'm just saying.
As an outsider who has no skin in the game, I'll say it did not work well for TNA.
It did not. It worked horrible. There was no beneficiary but AEW in that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
No, but the sickos will tell you, "Oh my God, it was great. How could they not benefit?"
He just wanted more chips, folks.
I wanted more chips, man. These things are good.
You can't just eat one.
All right, moving along, guys. Last night, as we're recording this, well, we're live. You know, some of you audio hear it later, but we're doing it live on Tuesday nights. By the way, subscribe on a YouTube and Twitch page. I Refin it up. If you subscribe, you'll get a notification that we go live right away, and then you can watch this show live with us. But you can always watch it anytime on demand as well on our Refin it up pages. So, Raw was last night. Little Raw recap. We'll kind of go over some stuff here. It starts off with a couple things, but first let's talk about Oba and Brock. What a moment that was, guys. What do you like? We've said before how this is a big marquee matchup. I think I heard a rumor that our favorite dirt sheet writer said this is going to open the show. And honestly, I could see it because it's free on ESPN for the first hour each night. So I could see this being open the show, and I wouldn't care if it did or not. But man, am I excited to see these two guys go at it. It's so intriguing.
Why would it not be in the first match on primetime TV? You advertise it too.
Yeah, I say that's why I'm like, Meltzer said that, and I'm like, oh, some people are saying, how does he know? And I'm like, well, even it's kind of smart business decision to put that as your opening match on ESPN.
Brock fucking Lesnar. Right. Everybody knows who he is.
Right.
And he wants to leave early anyway, so.
Exactly. But with that being said, guys, I know we've talked about it. We all agreed after last week. Oba's got to go over. He's got to go over. He's got to.
I was on the other side of the fence until the last couple of weeks. Now, the more I've been watching, the more I'm thinking, you're right.
I've been saying it since day one.
Yeah. The more I've been watching it, the more I think you're right. I'm just going to throw a counter argument for the sake. I know everybody's saying, a lot of you guys included are saying, hey, you've got that free first hour on ESPN. Put that match on because it's a big time match. Put it in front of as many eyes as you can get it in front of. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, of all the matches that have been announced for WrestleMania so far, you've got Randy and Cody, you've got Punk and Roman, you've got some other stuff out there. Doesn't this have the most big match feel out of all of them?
No, it does.
So wouldn't this kind of feel like this would be a draw? This would entice people to actually want to pay to watch this match?
Yeah.
No, I'm throwing it out there as a counter argument because I see the value in both approaches.
But doesn't okay? Quick question, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I know you're not saying this is what you need to do or not do. I'm just saying. So wouldn't this add another layer to Oba with the viewers in the eyes, as opposed to someone who's not going to? Hey, listen, I know a lot of people I've talked to. They're going to watch that first hour and they're going to want to know if they need to buy it. This will make you buy it, though. When fans are doing this and they might not know who he is, and then they see the beast.
Wasn't
they're
he
like,
He's
shit.
He's a former NIL like athlete, right?
Yeah. But I'm saying most people that are casual are not going to know who he is. How long has he been on the roster? 4 months?
Not even that.
Okay. I mean, what I'm saying is, yes, Jimmy, you are right. That's the most match. I mean, that's the most match. Duh. That is the most wanted watch match I want to see. Like, I want to see that.
Big meat slapping big meat.
Yes. Yes. But I don't know. Jimmy, it's a great counterpoint. It is. Do you waste it? You're saying, do you waste it? And it could for a lot of people. They say,
but that's the thing. It's not a waste either way. It's just that, like you said, you could put it out in front of the most eyes as possible. But at the same time, this is a money match.
And Stephen Camp's not bad. That's not a bad one. And that makes sense to me, the way WWE normally does it. But the IC ladder.
But I would see that could be it's going to remember night 1 and night 2, the first hour are going to be free. So I can see that being night 2's free match and be open in night 2 instead of night 1. So either way, I think either one of those matches should open it. It's just a matter of who goes first. And I feel like Brock is the first one, just in my opinion. But
who knows? We're just guessing.
But here's the other thing that happened on Raw last day. You had Cody Rhodes and Stephanie McMahon. Now we know Stephanie's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame and all that, so she will be a part of it. But her coming out, of course, by the way, she looked amazing. She looked incredible. But she comes out and I'm almost like you still got it. I mean, because man, she cut a great promo and the slap too across the face, like. It was interesting. And what was so good about it is that I can't tell who, like, was Cody being a heel, was Stephanie being a heel, was being like there was just this tweener, this realism behind it, and thought it was good. Thought it definitely helped promote. I know why they had the world champion. You have the world champ. Why you have the WWE champion at Madison Square Garden on Raw. I understand that it's the Mecca, right? So you have him on Raw because he's a SmackDown guy. So it kind of helped tell that story and prolong it to kind of push it forward till we find out what happens on Friday. Now,
I liked it. I liked the segment. You're right. Stephanie hasn't lost a beat when it comes to on that microphone. Boy, did she didn't stutter. She didn't stammer. She didn't look like she was thinking about anything. It flowed naturally.
Yeah.
And I love the back and forth, the shots at the dads, because in her promo, she said that this is the building her grandfather built.
Yes, which is true.
Which is true because that was the era of Bruno and guys like that. And
but sorry to cut you off though.
No.
When she said that though, I was like, okay, that's a slap in the face a little bit, but she had to say that because the line later that Cody said became bigger and more. Because if you already mentioned your father once, mention it again won't be as big. So that's what made that moment bigger.
And it was interesting that she didn't mention, or she mentioned Dusty by name, and of course Cody did not mention her father by name.
Right.
Which was no accident. That was not an accident. But it's also going to get everybody online going, see, I told you Vince is coming. I told you Vince is coming. Oh, it's going to be like that. That's who Randy's talking to on the phone.
Did you eat dinner before the fucking show?
That's the horrible thing I did.
But only thing I'll say is this. I'll just say this. I already put my guest in who I thought was on the phone. I'm leaning to I might have the wrong McMahon. I said Shane.
Yeah, you said Shane.
I'm leaning more that I might have the wrong McMahon because I think that would be some good. That would be some good shit.
It would be, but I say no chance in hell for that one.
I know, but have fun with me. Fuck.
Well, I did. I said I used a pun, his theme song, so I did.
Well, it could be an in-law.
You think Hunter?
Why not?
What bothers me is these stupid guesses that go out there, and right now I guess there is no stupid one, but still, they have nothing to do with the family. Like Ted DiBiase, what has he got to do with this family?
Ted DiBiase Jr. though, he was part of the legacy with.
But he's not family. He's not family.
No, but his dad. It's his
Ted
dad
Jr.,
was Ted Jr. Ted DiBiase. So I'm okay. That's not that legit is a decent guess, but it just so happens that he was dealing with all that legal stuff. Now he's cleared of all of it. So
tell me how boo hurt you'd be if that was what was revealed.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Matt Black Sucks says a new show, Cordeas Chips TV.
I'm in. I'm in as long as I get samples every week.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, but so another thing that actually would even prep as we were talking about Oba and Brock, it reminded me of, wait a minute, guys, at WrestleMania, are we getting Seth Rollins versus Gunther? Like, this came out of nowhere, right?
How do we know?
Yeah, it did come out of nowhere, but and again, do I have to grab my bag of chips? No, I'm going to save them for later so I could actually sit back and enjoy them.
You're making me want to grab a bag of damn chips.
Everybody's complaining. Why? There's no reasons why. Why? You always talk about the why. Well, here's the thing. There's a difference between long-term story that you're building up and running an angle to set up a match. That's what they did last night. They ran an angle to set up the match. We're going to get the reasons why when Gunther grabs a microphone and speaks.
There we go. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's the why doesn't have to happen when you first happen. The why can come later. The why can be explained later.
Yes.
Right now, I mean, have you ever watched a movie and seen that? So you realize so-and-so is the killer, and then they explain why they're the killer.
Yeah.
They don't tell you right there. You're shocked at first. Oh my gosh. Then they tell you why you're the killer. Mm-hmm. Imagine if they said, this is why I'm the killer. And you're like, well, who are you? And then they reveal it. It's like, that's okay. You the reveal is not as strong because by the time you're talking, you're figuring out, oh, it's Stu. Okay. I get it.
Right.
So,
Stu, the cameraman's the killer.
That was a Scream reference. So sorry that if you've ever seen Scream before, Stu was one of the killers.
That's Stu.
Okay. Yeah, that's Stu. But yeah, so speaking of also on Raw, we saw new World Tag Team Champions last night, in the vision of Austin Theory and Logan Paul. What do you guys think about that?
I don't know what to think about it. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what to think about it. I
with LA Knight and I Show Speed being a part of it, and he was cursed. I Show Speed was, but yeah. So
I didn't mind the way it came about. I didn't mind the execution of the finish.
I'm not talking about the match itself. I'm talking about the reasoning and what we do now.
No, the part I have a problem with is now it looks like we're going to get a 6-man tag match at WrestleMania with Logan Paul teaming with the Usos against the Vision and I Show Speed. I guess
again.
I know that he's down. He's getting trained. He's actually pretty athletic. Not the point. Maybe this is sorry about almost getting cut in half by Braun Breaker, but here you go. You're going to have your WrestleMania moment now. I have no idea.
Well, look, right now he has 46.9 million followers just on Instagram. So there you go. That's what
just
it is.
Instagram.
That's just Instagram.
Apparently, he has more than that on his YouTube channel.
That and on TikTok, yeah. So
my
kid loves him. I have no idea who he is until he did this. Like when he came out at the Royal Rumble, she was going nuts. I'm like,
what's he do? What does he do?
He's a content creator.
Yeah,
that's it. He's not a rapper or nothing.
No, I mean he has rapped. He has done stuff like that. He has made videos, but he's a content creator. He goes around and does does content, whether he's rapping, whether he's singing, whether he's playing pranks on people, whether he's showing you how to do stuff, whether he did a thing where he went and like I think this is him, if I'm not mistaken. He did a thing where he went and tried different jobs and things out, where he even tried to be a wrestler. He tried to learn how to ride drive a NASCAR professionally. He learned how to, he went around and did a bunch of stuff like that. And and kids loved it because it was like he was a nobody trying this stuff and seeing if he could do it and learning the craft. So,
well, here's the thing. Between him and Logan Paul, they've got over 750 million followers.
Yeah.
You can't argue that.
That's not putting asses in seats.
What? Well, they might put some people in front of a TV screen that may not normally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same thing with the Brock Oba conversation about putting it on first. You're going to get people tuning in out of curiosity.
Yeah. Well, one more thing we got to talk about before we hit the ref and review, which then I disappear. So guys, Roman and Punk, keeps getting turned up and turned up and turned up. I thought it was like only 8 minutes last night, their entire segment, which I thought it was all you needed. It was great.
It took 8 minutes for Cody to walk to the ring on Friday on SmackDown to confront Randy. But anyways, sorry.
That's true.
Sorry. I can't help myself sometimes. Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I do like it. I do love it. And this is something I wanted to say, but of course it was said first because, we're always behind Busted Open and all their shows. But the table spots have got to stop, man. And that was the weakest one I saw last night. I mean, it was awful. Jamie Noble basically pulled the thing off for Roman Reigns last night, which, it's okay. But what I'm saying is it's used so much. It doesn't mean anything anymore. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
overkill.
Yeah, it's just
well. The only thing I would say that it was important to have one last night is because
tit for tat.
Yes, it's and they brought it up on commentary or Michael Cole said it or whatever. He put Punk through the table and then the whole thing, and now he had to say I got you back now. So it's tit for tat, but that I get why that I do agree with Busted Open, too many table spots. I do agree, but I'm also at the point where this one makes sense because of the last one. You could have done without the last one, then you could have done without this one. You know what I'm saying? Like you both of them shouldn't have happened. But since one happened, you got to get the other, and I get why they did it. How about Petey Williams taking a spear from Roman? That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was good.
Wonder if it gave him the itch. You know what I mean? Take that spear.
I'm sure. Look, Petey was wrestling up until he got signed. Still, and agenting. Brian, you were there, and agenting as well. Yep. So, I think Brian, you might have refed his last match he agent at TNA. So, I'm sure would love to get back in there. He's still in incredible shape, and he still can go. I'm sure.
Yeah, but do you think he wants to take those bumps? He's sitting in a suit making that dough. You know what I mean? Come on.
One match.
He may have a match.
One match is one match. That's all.
Yeah.
The interesting thing from last night, though, I get the fact that they had a match earlier in the night to start the night, and it was a street fight, but Punk and Roman brawled. No Usos in sight.
Say that again.
That is,
no Usos coming out to save Roman.
But remember, they lost their titles earlier too. So
they were mad.
You think? Yeah, if they were hot, then why wouldn't they come out?
If you're hot, say you're hot.
Yeah.
Hey, going back here, I missed this comment earlier. Stephen Camp said to this. He's been throwing this out there. It's Roman's wife and
Randy's wife.
Randy's wife. Sorry, Randy's wife, and SmackDown is Randy's hometown.
No, nobody knows who she is. If they do that, I won't watch WrestleMania. I swear to God, I won't.
I mean, she's good. Never mind.
She's a very pretty woman and that easy on the eyes, but my God, fuck, that's not what I want. No.
Yeah, well,
Are you bucking for an RKO? Like, what the hell, man?
Well,
I've taken it before.
I just, speaking of RKOs, usually it comes out of nowhere and then that person is knocked out for a while. I guess it's about time to
get knocked out yourself.
Yeah, it's about time for ref and review. And
I get to hit my button. Hopefully I don't go offline.
You do get to hit your button. So, Brian, whenever you want to hit your button, why don't you just go ahead and hit?
there we go. The quicker the better. All right,
Wow,
guys.
didn't even let him finish his sentence.
This
Send it up.
is Refin Review.
So, Jimmy, I'm going to give you the floor, man, because something happened this past Friday, I believe.
Yep.
And this is a moment that I think means a lot. And this was at Sacrifice, Teenage Sacrifice, which was one of their pay-per-views. And there was a match between Steve Macklin, who was going for the TNA World Championship against Mike Santana.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike Santana happened to hit a super kick while Macklin was coming off the rope. And apparently, it was pretty snug. Snug enough to, I don't want to diagnose it, but it looked like a concussion. But it knocked him loopy. Okay. Big time. Well, we had a referee in there. Her name's Alice. I don't know if I know her last name.
Alice Lane.
Alice Lane. Okay, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could read the screen. But anyway, I set it up. I'm letting you talk because I can. If I start, I won't be able to stop. But go.
No, that's fine. I mean, she did a phenomenal job of taking care of business and doing what a referee is supposed to do in situations like that. Like you said, Steve Macklin got knocked a little loopy. So what she did was she calmly diagnosed the situation. She came in, she assessed the what was going on. She stepped between the two and she communicated very well with Mike Santana, explaining to him the situation. Like, hold on, back up, let me check some more. She checked on him again, and that's when she assessed and said, okay, time, and she threw up the X.
Yep.
Which was the sign that, boy, we need some help here. And again, she stayed calm throughout the entire thing. There was no panic whatsoever. She was in control of the situation. You couldn't have done a better job. Nobody could have done a better job. She did great. Before I get into the other stuff about this whole thing, because I have a theory on what happened there, and I don't think it was just the kick, but I'll get to that in a bit. Let's give Alice her flowers. She deserves them big time. I know she got a star from Carlos the next day, which again, well deserved, well earned. Good job. Made the striped shirt crew proud. Thank you. I'm saying thank you.
Yep. And I will say this too. I won't be elongated, even though I could be. I watched this. I don't know. I'm going to be really honest. I probably watched this 20 times. It could have been more. There is nothing that she did not do that I would have done. Nothing. In other words, she covered all bases.
Yes.
Like you said, Jimmy, being calm, relaying to Mike Santana. I don't think Santana really, because he was selling after that fact, and I think he was doing his thing, didn't really know. And he was going to go get his ass. And she got in there, and she's a woman now. Not that she's not tough. I'm not saying that. But, an angry man in a ring, that's twice the size of her. It's pretty hard to stop. And she got in there, and she did everything she could to stop him. I mean, she did everything perfect. And not only that, but she made an entire company recognize a referee with Carlos and company, which I thought was tremendous. So she didn't just get it, she earned it. And I'm proud as proud can be for her, man. I there's nothing more I can say. I couldn't give you a critique if I had one. If I did, someone should punch me in my fucking mouth, because there's nothing you could have done better than what you did.
Can I do it? No, I'm kidding.
No.
Okay. Like we said, okay, it is ref and review, but I have to push back a little bit on some of the stuff that's been out there online that is completely incorrect. I saw one report from a journalist, who shall remain nameless, that claimed that the kick by Santana was a receipt for something earlier.
Bullshit.
Thank you. That's exactly what it is. What happened was, and I'm going to describe this to you, and I may be wrong. Daniel was there, so maybe when he's out of purgatory, he could explain and see.
Oh, we have to break that?
No, well, you can if you want, but
no.
Okay, you don't. Here's what I see happening. Mike Santana went to the ropes. Steve Macklin followed him in. This is before the kick. and threw that forearm. When he threw
Yes.
that forearm, it was snuck. And where did his hand go? His own hand.
Down here.
And hit himself in the chin.
Yes.
And then when he hit the other ropes, he took a little kick, and that triggered everything. I'm going to make an analogy, a sports analogy. Last year in the playoffs, hockey playoffs, I know you don't watch, Brian, but I'm going to explain this to you. There was an incident with the Florida Panthers, Sam Bennett, who skated through the crease of Maple Leaf goalie Anthony Stolarz with an elbow to the head, gave him a concussion. At least that's what everybody thought. That's not what caused the concussion. Prior to that, just a few minutes prior to that, Anthony Stolarz took a slap shot. The puck hit him in the mask, knocking the mask pretty much off. That's how hard that hit him. They took a timeout. He went to the bench. He said, I'm okay. I'm okay. He went back into the net. And anybody who watched that elbow on the drive by Sam Bennett, that wasn't hard. It was just kind of like a brush by. So what happened was, I think the puck to the face triggered it, and it didn't manifest itself until the secondary hit, which was really, it was negligible. It was a brush by. It wasn't like he threw an elbow.
Right.
And I think this is what happened in this situation where Steve hit himself in the chin, started the ball in motion, and the kick just set everything else in motion. I'm not a physician. I'm just going by what I saw and trying to draw a comparison to what I saw last year in the playoffs.
No, it makes sense, Jimmy. It makes sense. But I mean, that's the biggest bullshit I've ever heard. But anyway.
Yeah.
So with that being said, obviously we took this whole referee review for Alice Lane.
Yes.
Because of the superior job she did. So with that being said, we're going to hit it back up to our second count. We'll be right here on Roughing It Up.
This is your 2 count.
Hello, Daniel.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm back.
Eat a chip, Cordares, please.
Don't get me started on those.
We are back in our second count. I love it here.
Did you happen to hear my explanation of the impact?
I did. Did
it kind of make sense? I mean, like obviously you're not sure whether that's exactly what happened, but that's what I saw happening. I could be wrong.
It makes sense. It's not I don't think it doesn't make it does make sense, and you could say that. I mean, there's not really no one has diagnosed it and said this is what happened. If anything, they went off the impact of the kick, but yeah, that could have been the kind of thing that, and then the bang bang boom, there you go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see any reason why that. I do I do think it's funny that somebody said it was a receipt. It was not. Just something landed wrong. That's all.
Mike Santana's a fucking pro, bro.
Yeah,
he's not doing that shit.
No,
it's
anybody
who that is the world champion, man. What kind of bullshit with that? He's not.
No, but anybody who would suggest anything like that, they're the ones that need to get punched in the mouth. Sorry.
Realize where you got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, go ahead, Daniel. Take this second count away.
Well, so by the way, yeah, shout out to Alice. So super proud. So that was awesome.
Her trainer Brian Hebner did a really good job with her.
Yeah. Well,
yep,
this is true.
Yeah, I started.
That's to you, girl. That's to you, girl. Yeah, girl. Put it away. Ain't got nothing to do with Earl. Shut your mouth, boy.
Hey. I'm sorry that you're so mad that Earl trained me and you're trying to take one for the team. I get it. Or whatever.
Well, if somebody needs to get some name recognition in that company, my God. Let's go, Alice.
Oh, this is great. I for some reason I knew that was going to come up. I knew that was going to turn on me one day, that Brian is going to take credit for something I've done, since Earl takes credit for something he may have done. So yeah, but anyways, guys, speaking of TNA and all the things in between, I'm excited to say April the 11th. We're just coming on 2 weeks away, a little less than 2 weeks away. We're TNA Rebellion live from Cleveland, Ohio. it's shaping up to be an amazing pay-per-view right now. We already have the main event is set, which actually because of the Macklin incident, it caused Eddie Edwards to come out and kind of, try to attack Santana, which is leading now to the official Mike Santana versus Eddie Edwards. He's going to cash in that briefcase from the Feast or Fired, this world title shot that he pulled down, and that's going to be your. I would assume your main event, but it may not be a main. I don't know yet, but let's just say it is for the world title. Eddie Edwards versus that. You also have some surprises to happen this week at Sacrifices. You have Taryn Terrell came back to TNA, and ODB and Mickey James is going to take.
By the way, Taryn looked great.
She did look great. She did.
Now, doesn't she have like 2 kids? Or are you aware of that, or don't know?
I think she has kids. Yeah.
Wow.
Sure.
Amazing.
Yeah. So
and Buff.
Yeah, but Buff was the week before. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Buff. Yeah, that's true.
But the match is going to be Taryn, Mickey, and ODB versus the Elegance brand, minus or is the let's see, yeah, the Elegance brand, and then I was going to say minus the George and all those guys, but they'll probably be a part of it, I'm sure. And then you've got Leon Slater, taking on Cedric Alexander as well for the X Division title. So a lot of things are shaping up in this show. It's going to be pretty wild, pretty amazing, pretty crazy. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's been announced yet, so maybe I should wait. But I know the TNA International title is going to be on the line too as well. I'm sure that all the titles will be up for grabs somewhere, shape, or form. So this is going to be a pretty it's shaping up to be a great show, and I'm excited for it, guys.
Now, is this a TNA Plus pay-per-view?
No, this is the pay-per-view. This is Rebellion. This is one of our
yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because Rebellion was always a bigger one.
Yeah. This is our top 4.
Okay, cool. That's awesome, man. The match lineup you just said, I don't know what else you can add to that. Shit, that's some good stuff. And Mickey James, ODB, and Taryn back together again for a little bit.
Yeah,
Elegance might be in trouble. We'll see. Who do and if never mind.
Here we go. The World Tag Team Champions. I forgot Tag Team Championship match. The Hardys versus the System, which is the System is in Bear Bronson and Brian Myers. So,
yeah. I kind of like that dude, man.
Yeah, he's good.
Where'd he come from? Indies.
He actually trained by Brian Myers.
Oh, okay.
MJF trained him. So, you've got I said X Division title. Okay, the TNA International title is on the line. Trey Miguel versus Mustafa Ali. So that's going
to be good.
You know what? Mustafa Ali has matured and become so good.
Baller.
So good.
Incredible. That dude, you know what I mean? He's a keeper. Carlos, he's a keeper.
Yeah.
He is. And the final match has been announced so far is Frankie Kazarian versus Elijah. So there's 5 matches announced so far for TNA Rebellion. More to be announced because I'm sure we'll have a card of 8 or 9 or 10 matches, including the countdown. So that's coming, but that's the 5 matches so far that has been announced. I know we taped some stuff, so that's why I was like, I had to make sure what was announced and what wasn't yet. So.
Very smart, man. You want to hold down your job, bro.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. Well, since we're live, if we were taping, I could be like, we'll edit that out. But
you can give us spoilers, but then you'd have to start your own website.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So this is interesting. So Becky Lynch was on Cheap Heat with Peter Rosenberg, I guess in the last week or so, and they were talking about Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks, and all those things, and in the possibility of her coming back, and she had a very good, interesting comment here. I'll quote it here. It says, let's see. She goes, well, we're not all here. 3 of us are here. The door is always open for Sasha. I think that is one of those things that you can always go back to anytime, any point, and it's always be awesome and fantastic. We'll always have interesting stories in the depth of history that we can touch and scratch. It'll never lose its luster. And that was talking about the 4 horsemen in general, which is considered Becky, Charlotte, her, and Sasha. Or I'm sorry, Becky, Charlotte, Sasha, and who was the other one? Becky, who was Bailey.
Bailey.
So that was talking about that, but mentioned Sasha. But the interesting thing I see is that she almost like made it alluded to like, hey, I would love to have her back at WWE, where it seemed like Charlotte or other people were against her coming back. So what are your take on maybe possibly Sasha? And we don't know where her stance is with AEW. I mean, she's still on the contract. She's not on TV right now. What do you think? Sasha coming back to WWE. You think it's a possibility?
To me, this was the wasted amount of time in her career ever going to AEW. They didn't know how to handle her well, in my opinion. For her to get her lust back, get herself where she needs to be, which is a star. I mean, you have to admit it. If you don't admit it, then you didn't watch her previously. What I'm saying is to get Sasha back, she has to go back to WWE, because otherwise she's just not where she needs to be at that AEW mixing bowl that's there. It's just it's just a mixing bowl is really what it is. I mean, they don't know what to do. I mean, she had how many fucking titles? 20? Something like that.
She had a lot.
I mean,
a lot.
But what does it matter? What do they all matter? Nothing. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? You think that the WWE would be like, all right, well, she's up next year. So 2027 in February, let's just say. I'm making this up. I have no idea. February 2027, she's up. You think they start negotiating and they're just going to bring her right back? Because didn't she kind of walk out on them in a way?
Well, she did walk out of them, yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, fences have been mended in the past, and it is a wrestling business, and you never say never. But if I'm not mistaken, I think she did an interview a while back. I don't think it was recent, where she stated that
she'll be back.
That she somewhere down the line she would probably be back. Now she hasn't said anything close to that recently, because somebody might have gotten her ear and said, "What do you mean? Why are you saying that publicly?"
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I do.
Whether it was the office or one of the other talents came up to her and said, hey, we're here to promote our brand. Don't start putting the other guys over.
Here's the thing about that. I find it funny. Like it's a smart thing for her to say. But what's crazy about it though is that you never say never, or the fact that other fences have been mended before. I mean, CM Punk was the opposite. He never he basically shit talked the company all the way up until the day he walked out and shocked the world. So, it's kind of, fences can be mended. And I mean, the person she walked out with is back in the company. Granted, she's on maternity leave right now, but she's back with the company, and
she had a decent run.
She had a great run, and she'll go to have a great run when she comes back, because she had unfinished business. So it's, so it's interesting, to say the least. And I think that, as Jimmy said, I think her going back there will be best for her career when it's time. Hey, prove me wrong then. If not, then prove me wrong.
I agree.
Interesting note here is that lately Vince Russo has been kind of putting over Tony Khan and offered work, and Tony Khan seems to be putting over Vince. And could Vince Russo possibly be working with Tony Khan in the future? Can we see this happening?
Well, before we get into what you just asked, Daniel, I remember seeing Vince online with the coach. Their show's called Coach and Bro or something like that.
Yes. Okay.
And invited him on and said, we want to talk to you about the real stuff, not the stuff that you always, yada, yada, yada. And he commented back and said something along the lines, and I'm paraphrasing, something along the lines of, "I'll be more than happy to come on your show." And it was even of when. And he gave him the date. We're on here Tuesdays at 11:30, da-da-da-da-da, and came on. I don't know what happened to that, because I never saw that. I don't know if that happened or transpired. But anyway, what I'm saying is it went back to that, and now we're at this. Interesting. But I think Tony Khan would be a very, very, very smart guy to listen to anything Vince Russo tells him about booking, storylines, finishes, why not, anything. He's smart. If Tony Khan entertains it, and that's going to be the problem. Jimmy.
Well, there's an interesting comment from our old friend Donnie De Silva. He says, I think there's a better chance of me winning the WWE title at Mania than there is Tony sharing the pencil with Russo. And that's the problem. You can bring anybody you want in, but at the end of the day, he has to listen to them. And so far, it appears that he is not listening to anyone but himself. And someone who is in charge and knows what they're doing, it's a different story. But even the people who know the business and have been around and have been bookers and have drawn money before know enough to listen to other people.
Yes.
Other than the boys dictating their own stories. Sometimes you got to be a boss. And sometimes
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If you won $16.4 billion in a lottery and you went, I want to open up a wrestling company, would you think that your mind is so fucking smart that you just could do it on your own?
Absolutely not.
Why does anybody else?
The first people that I would hire are not wrestlers. The first people I would hire are the people who help me run the company the right way. Guys who know how to book, guys who know how to put matches together, guys who know how to put stories together, guys who know reasons why. Guys who know psychology.
Would you consider Russo?
Of course I would.
Absolutely. If you were doing it on your own and all of a sudden you said a phone call, bring, bring. Hey Jimmy, hey bro, I want to give you a hand. You interested in doing it? What would you say? I would go like this. When? How soon?
He gets a bad rap for a lot of stuff. Everybody thinks it's all going to be somebody on a scaffold and somebody on a pole and finger pokes of doom all over the place.
So what?
Please, bro.
Bro,
I'm telling you, bro.
Well, it would be interesting, and I think that if the two people, if they could come together, I do think that there could be some change there. We might see, AEW making some waves like they did.
I would be happy as all get out, man, if I heard he was ready to team up with Vince. Russo, that is.
Would Tony K actually open up and be honest? Every interview he does, he sugarcoats it all the time, and he avoids questions. That's the thing. I know he's opened up and said he would go on anybody's podcast and answer questions. The problem is,
well, Tony, I'll say it right here, guys.
Yep. You want to come on?
The floor is open right here. I'm reffing it out.
Yeah,
I'd be more than happy to talk.
I mean, I could text him. I got his number still.
Yeah, I actually do too.
Yeah. You know what? I have two podcasts. Come on both of them.
Well, here's another thing.
But here's the thing.
You get him on.
Don't expect us to lob softballs at you.
Right. Oh, yeah. Absolutely not.
No. We're going to have an adult discussion, and every question does not have to be the answer. Well, everything is great. This has been the greatest year ever. All Dynamite's awesome. This next week we have the greatest card that we've ever put on television. Great. This is great. That's great. Great, my ass. Stop it.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, why don't we end it there on the second count, and let's go ahead and send it up to our third count right here. I'm wrapping it up.
You gonna leave it there on my ass?
This is your 3 count.
Well, guys, that was, what an interesting show we had. No RJ, so RJ he was missed for sure, and made my job a little bit easier without RJ being here, or with RJ being here, I should say, because I don't have to do as much driving on the show. But yeah, speaking of your ass, Jimmy, it's it's time for the audio version of the show. We have a little Corderas karaoke that we have to do. So, and I believe the song this week, if I'm not mistaken, "Blame It on the Ref." Yeah. So why don't we, guys, right now go, if you're on the audio, go check out Corderas karaoke. There we go. Blame it on the ref. All right.
Blame it on the ref.
Well,
blame it on the ref.
So you started off the third count that way. Should it be Corderas karaoke then?
Corderas.
Yes, Corderas.
Arse.
He said arse.
Guys, it was a great show. As we mentioned here on the third count, I'm a little, a lot of work to do here on me. With me. I can't wait back to next week when I just have to just relax and be a talent on the show and don't have to host everything and do everything. But I think we made
a little overwhelmed there, buddy.
No, I've done it before. It's just been a while. You know what I'm saying? It's like riding a bike. It's like I know how to do it. It's just
do not make RJ feel that important. Now stop it. We cannot have that happen.
That's why I saved it to the third count. Yeah.
Because he might have pooped out the first and second.
Yeah. But guys, a lot's going on in the world of wrestling for everybody. But Jimmy, what do you got going on in the next week or so here in your world, in the Toronto, Canada world?
In the Toronto, Canada world, the Six, as we call it up here. Obviously, my
sickos. The sickos.
No, six.
Oh,
six, as in because our area code is 416, so they call it the Six for short. You know.
Donnie, put that up there. Put that up there.
I'm going. Hang on, it's coming.
RJ.
He said RJ's fixing to ask for a raise. I got a raise.
I got
raise that ass, bitch.
I got a new karaoke.
Yeah, that's a raise.
I got a new karaoke for RJ. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
Go ahead, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
No big deal. Hey, you can find me on all my social media platforms with my Refin rant from Monday to Friday. Just shooting the breeze, giving up little tidbits where I think screws need to be tightened, and you can agree or disagree, whatever you want to do, but let's just have fun and enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, shout out to you on Twitter. You went after somebody who don't know what they're talking about and slam me, man. Woo, man. Yeah. That person. You know what? I bet they're doing right now, or bet they're that night what they were doing on Twitter. Jimmy, why don't you give us the illustration? What were they doing that night?
Jimmy, get the bag.
Get the bag. What were they doing that night? What were they doing?
Okay. Here we go. That Daniel Spencer, he blew the whole finish. He didn't know how he was doing. My God. Doesn't even know how to count to three. And then he counted three and it wasn't. Oh, God. I need to.
I actually had to mute myself. I was laughing and coughing. Oh,
first of all, I'm not going to, I hate to keep everybody. I'm not going to keep everybody. I forget the guy's name because that's how important he is.
He had 32 followers.
He how many?
32.
He actually has 33 because I tweeted him. You're welcome, jackass. Trying to tell a professional who's been doing this for years that they're doing it wrong. I don't tell you you're punching in the keys wrong at the drive-thru, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Anyways. And you can find me on Huge Pop Radio every week with our good buddy Donnie over there.
By the way, apparently it needs to be your new profile picture, Jimmy, on Twitter.
Oh, I'm getting where's my camera woman?
Hey now, my favorite Cordeas.
The favorite Cordeas.
Jimmy, this chip thing could work, by the way.
You know what? If we get Refin it up chips, we just need a flavor. What would be a good flavor?
Yeah.
See, because I like barbecue chips. That's my deal.
Yeah, I like barbecue. I like Grippo's barbecue. That's a Midwest thing here in this area.
Oh, you know what? You guys don't have flavors that we have up here.
Right, you have all dressed.
All dressed. We have not my favorite, but we have ketchup.
Yeah, chips. Ketchup. Yeah.
You guys
I'm
don't.
I'm still wiping tears out of my eyes. Slow down.
You guys don't have the orange Doritos.
Orange? No, the orange Doritos. Oh.
Orange bag Doritos.
No, they're the taco ones.
See, that's the thing. The last time I went down to visit my buddy Arda Ocal, who's at ESPN, by the way, he told me, he says, do me a favor. He says, bring me down a couple of bags of the ketchup chips and the orange Doritos. I said, why? He says, they don't have them down here. So he was surprised all the guys at ESPN with a couple of bags of that stuff. Freaked them out. Anyways.
Yeah. What one of the things I used to eat, they're not Cheetos, but they're like Cheesies.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are amazing.
Yeah.
Like Cheesies. Yeah.
We have those, Daniel.
You don't have cheeses. You don't have Cheesies there. You have Cheetos. We don't have Cheesies.
We have
Yeah.
Cheesies.
No, you have Cheetos.
They're little square, right?
No, those are Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
Cheez-Its.
These are called Cheesies.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
the brand.
All right, look.
Yeah, that's the brand.
I don't care.
You're missing out on great food and snacks. Like,
Okay.
I'm telling you.
You're making me hungry, actually. I'm crying and hungry.
all right, Jim. Brian, where can we find you on all socials this week? And
Nowhere.
things?
I'm done. Thanks.
You're done.
At Baby
Baby
Hebner.
Hebner.
Twitter
At
and
Baby
Instagram. Thank you.
By the way, I put this up here. Shout out to D'Lo Brown coming on the Super Kicked in Toronto on April 4th for a seminar. So
Yeah.
D'Lo's the
Ooh.
man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Might have to visit. You know who else is coming to Toronto? April
Not me.
25th for Smash Wrestling and also holding a seminar.
You?
The GOAT. Daniel's
Goat.
trainer.
Earl Hebner.
Yes, indeed.
See, you went there. Jimmy.
Yeah, I went there.
Almost the entire show without showing Earl.
Jimmy, you went. Wow, you traitor.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
technically,
went
Earl.
where the money is, bro. I went where the money is. What can I tell you?
Eat your cheesies and your fucking stale barbecue potato chips.
You can find me on the socials at Daniel Spencer, and I just put in a new great. I just played a prank on TNA Wrestler, the TNA roster. So check that out on my TikTok and all that stuff. And you can follow Refin It Up at Refin It Up. We'll see on Twitter and Instagram, and of course follow us on YouTube and Twitch as well, so you can subscribe and get all the. So when we go live anytime, you're right there. Because sometimes we might not go live at 6 o'clock every Tuesday. We might have to move the show one day and just do it live on a Monday. It's happened before, right, guys?
It has
Yeah.
happened. You never know. Hey, why not?
Why not? Why not?
Oh, wait.
All right,
Donnie just said, see, Hawkins Cheesies. It's Chelsea Green's fave.
See,
And Chelsea
I knew-
Green,
I-
another great
Well,
Canadian.
then it's got to be good. It's got to be good.
Yes. It's. See, I tell you, it's good.
It's got to be good.
There you go.
Everyone is calling you an owl, Daniel. Who?
Oh, I saw that. That was so
Oh, my God.
stupid.
It was fun. It was
Hey,
fun.
you know who was asking about you? Nobody.
Good.
Thank you, Pat. Anyways.
Yeah.
The crowd goes banana. All right, guys. As always, thanks for listening, tuning in on Refin It Up. We will see you next time right here on Refin It Up.
1,
Peace.
2, 3.